welcome. Thank you for starting your day with me today to do some movements to help warm up through the joints, warm up through the body, stretch all the cobwebs off from sleeping during the night, and just get ready and feeling grounded and focused for your day. For today's practice, you'll probably potentially want to have a blanket available, if not some pillows or a bolster if you have access to one. And then I will be utilizing an essential oil for a breathing exercise that we'll be doing. So the oil I'm using today is Clarity. The focus and intention of our practice this morning is to become very grounded within ourselves, very clear within our minds, very focused, and just relaxed in our nervous system, and inviting in clarity to be able to navigate our day with ease and a calm, cool collectedness. So if you have a Young Living essential oil account, you have access to get the oil Clarity. If you don't have an account, you can order one. I can put the link below for where you can get connected to be able to order this oil. Or if you have another oil that you like to use, like lemon essential oil is another good one that helps with focus of mind and clarity. But this oil I absolutely do love, and I highly recommend it, but we'll be using it with this morning's practice that we'll be doing today, or an oil of your choosing, or no oil at all. You don't have to have the essential oil in order to do our practice today. So let's go ahead and get ourselves started. So we're going to begin coming down first onto our backs, and just reaching the arms overhead, reaching through toes, reaching through fingertips, and just take a good morning stretch. Take a breath in, let the back arch. Reach through those toes and through those fingers, and then exhale, soften. Welcome in this day. Take another deep breath in, reach through those toes, reach through those fingers, stretch, reach yourself apart as far as you possibly can. And exhale, soften. Wonderful. Then go ahead and bend the left knee. Pick the hips up slightly, shift them to the left, and then just roll over onto your right side. And then roll all the way onto your belly. Let the toes turn out, reaching towards the outer corners of your mat. And then you want to have the palms stacked on top of one another with your elbows nice and wide. We're going to come into a crocodile pose. And you can go ahead and take your blanket and lay it over your palms for a little cushion for your forehead. Otherwise, just take the forehead right down to the back of those palms, elbows wide, toes wide. You can lift up one leg at a time, stretching through the front of the hip a little bit, and then relax everything down. Everything's just settling down into the earth, coming into your breath. Inhaling through the nose, expanding into the belly. Open mouth, exhale out the mouth. Feel that softening, relaxing through the shoulders, melting the spine, melting all of your body down to the floor, down to the earth. And just staying tuned in with your breath here, breathing in through the nose. And out through the mouth. Every breath, letting something go, letting yourself just tune in to yourself, witnessing and noticing your body, how it's feeling this morning. Notice if you're holding any tension anywhere. We'll take 3 more breaths here, just melting, letting go, making space, maybe noticing if you can broaden the elbows a little bit to create more room for those shoulders. Maybe rock the head a little bit side to side on the back of those palms. Just make sure you're not holding tension in the neck in any way. And continue focusing on drawing the breath into the belly. Feel the low back expand and fill up. And feel it softening, melting deeper and deeper down.
Doing that one more time. Deep breath in. And full breath out. From here, we'll begin just to transition the left knee. So take the left knee and pull it up towards your left elbow as high as you can comfortably go, keeping everything else relaxed. You can adjust that right leg in towards the middle of the mat a couple inches so it's more a straight extension rather than out to the corner of the mat. Or you can leave it right where it is if that feels best. And then now, just with this little shift of just the left leg, breathe into the left hip, the left low back, and let everything melt back down. Just inviting a gentle stretch and opening into the hip, into the low back. Again, noticing now, just with that adjustment and movement with the leg, if the neck and shoulders have tensed up in any way, let everything relax. Taking 2 more long, slow breaths here, easing into our day, easing into our bodies, awareness of our breath, awareness of how we're feeling. Starting to listen to our intuition to help be our guide for our day, to direct our day. And then go ahead and extend the left leg back out. And then now pull the right knee out and up to the side. As far as you can comfortably draw it up towards that right elbow, keeping everything else where it is, maybe adjusting the left leg more so that it's straight, or leaving it where it is, whatever's comfortable. And then just witness and notice how this right hip feels now. Let the right hip relax towards the earth. Let the right low back release. Just notice any tension. And sending some exhales to just soften. Come back to just being held and released down into the earth. Long, slow breaths into the belly. And exhaling through anywhere you're noticing you're tending to tense up. Maybe the shoulders, maybe the neck, maybe you're feeling this right hip, the right inner thigh. Just wherever awareness is going to in your body, just let yourself relax. Take one more breath. And then go ahead and let the right leg extend back out. Broaden both knees towards the outer edges of the mat. And then start to slide the hands back so they come underneath the shoulders. And then press the palms into the earth. Start to peel yourself up off the floor. And then send the hips back towards those heels. Big toes come to touch. Hips are going to come down towards those heels. Forehead relaxes to the mat. Finding child's pose, balasana, is the Sanskrit name for this. Now you may need to modify this with some props. So if you're feeling particularly tight in your hips, you may want to go ahead and use this blanket or some pillows or bolster. Slide it so that it's on the calves and then let yourself sit back down onto it. So you want to add enough height here to where you feel like you can come down and rest in this position. Letting the shoulders melt around the rib cage, the heart softens, neck releases, forehead is heavy into the mat. Continuing just to create space in the back body now. So now we're stretching through our full spine. So breathing still into the belly, even though the belly is compressed towards those thighs. See, you can still expand into that space, creating more space in the back. You can continue to utilize an open mouth exhale here if it serves you to help soften the shoulders and melt the heart center towards the center of your mat. Taking one more breath here. Just making space in our hips as well. And then just keep the head and neck relaxed. Prop up onto those fingertips. Lift the head just slightly. And then walk yourself over to the left as far as you possibly can. So do your best to just follow along with my verbal cues rather than trying to look at your screen too much right now and creating tension in your neck. So just follow along. If you do need to take a quick glance, take a quick glance. But try and keep yourself relaxed as you go through these stretches and honor the integrity of your body. So thinking of that neck if you're trying to look at the screen. Right now, your fingertips are walked all the way to the left as far as you can comfortably go, where the hips stay exactly where they are. And you're breathing now into the right side body. Taking one more breath, reaching a little bit further through those right fingertips, maybe inching the fingertips away. And then keep everything low and relaxed. Come up just slightly to just walk back through center now with those arms. And then go over to the right as far as you can go, keeping the hips exactly where they are, and then letting the head and neck relax back down. If your head doesn't reach the mat, that's okay. You can use a yoga block underneath your forehead or stack a book, find a big book to put there. Bring the floor up to the head to meet you to where it's comfortable. But ideally, you want to have the head making contact so that you can let the rest of the body move into the stretch and relax. So find a prop that'll help support you here if the head is not comfortably reaching down to the mat. And keep sending space into the left side body with your breath. One more breath here. And then come back through the center, keeping everything low and relaxed. And just check in for a minute now. Notice if there's some new length in the torso and each of the side bodies. Feel maybe a deeper awareness to your breath now that we opened up the intercostal muscles on the rib cage. It's the space between those ribs. And then slowly now start to walk the hands back. It's going to start to bring the torso up. Send the knees together to one side. Move any props out of the way. And just find yourself in a comfortable seat. So it's going to look different for everybody. I'm sitting in Sukhasana. This is easy pose where the legs are crisscrossed. And then you may want to bring some height to your sit bones a little bit to help with the hips. So if you notice that your knees are elevated higher than your hip bones, that's an indication then that you're going to want to be able to have some sort of prop available to you to sit upon. So to get on your prop, hold it behind you, lean forward, and then just slide it right underneath those sit bones. You want to feel the pubic bone rotate down towards the mat and feel like it creates some space now where the inner thighs have relaxed down and the knees are either in line with those hips or ideally below the hips. And whatever comfortable seat you need to find. So if this doesn't work for your knees, just find what feels good, where you can find the shoulders stacked over the hips and the ears over the shoulders. And then from here is where we'll begin working with our breath. So we already have been, but integrating in an essential oil and an actual breathing exercise. So taking the Clarity essential oil or oil of your choice, take a drop into the palm, and then circle those palms together just to distribute the oil across those palms. You can also dilute the oil with a little bit of some coconut oil or almond oil, whatever you have available, if you want to dilute it down some. Then we're going to be using our right hand and folding the index finger and middle finger in. So index and middle finger are going to fold in. Ring finger and thumb stay extended and the pinky just hangs out there. We're going to be doing Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing. So begin by placing the right thumb over the right nostril. We're going to inhale through the left nostril.
Then the ring finger closes off the left nostril, and then you're gonna exhale out the right nostril, so lift the thumb. Keeping the thumb lifted, inhale through the right nostril. Close off the right nostril with the thumb, open up the ring finger, exhale out the left. Inhale through the left. Close off the left, exhale right. Inhale through the right. Close off the right, exhale left. Inhale through the left. Close off the left, exhale right. Inhale through the right. Close off the right, exhale left. Inhale through the left. Close off the left, exhale right. Inhale through the right. Close off the right, exhale left. Inhale through the left. Close off the left, exhale right. Inhale right. Close off the right, exhale left. Inhale left. Close off the left, exhale right. And then just release the palms, pause, just witness and notice. This breathing exercise helps to invite clarity and focus in the mind. It's very calming to the nervous system, helps to relieve stress, calm anxiety, just help you feel centered and clear for your day. It's also helping to balance out the left and right hemispheres of the brain and helping to balance out masculine, feminine energies within our energy system and into our bodies. So as you go through that breathing exercise, it's a great one to do just throughout your day, not even necessarily just with a yoga practice. So just take a pause, go through several cycles of that breathing, focusing on sending the breath up to your third eye. So as you're inhaling up, drawing that breath all the way up to the third eye, and then coming back down and focusing on this point. This is our seat of our intuition. And you can help that too by changing your hands a little bit, so not to confuse you, but you can take those two fingers that we had folded in and leave them extended out and place them on the third eye with the thumb on the right nostril, inhaling through the left, and then still using the ring finger. So you could still do the same thing with thumb and ring finger, but just having your other two fingers stimulating this point and also creating a focal point for where you want to send the breath. So whatever feels best for you, you can go ahead and play with that exercise, pause the video, go ahead and rewind it and go back to the beginning and try the other hand motion, and then just notice how you're feeling afterwards. But from here, we're gonna go ahead and reach our fingertips out wide to either side of those hips. Shrug the shoulders up high towards those ears, roll them back and down. Feel nice and bright through your spine, so lifting through the crown of the head. Inhale, sweep the palms up overhead. And then flip the left palm down and stretch up and over to the left. So soft elbow with that left arm, reach and extend through those right fingertips. And then inhaling is going to draw you back to center. So we're going to move dynamically with the breath. Now softening the right palm to the earth. On your exhale, reaching up and over. Inhaling center. Exhaling left. Inhaling center. Lifting up out of that waist. Exhaling right. Inhaling center. Exhaling left. Inhaling center. Exhaling right. Inhaling back to center. Now taking this into a spinal twist. So reach the left hand towards the right knee. Bring the right arm behind you as a little kickstand for the spine. Sitting up nice and tall. Look out over that right shoulder. Heart is lifted. Inhale, unwind back to center. Arms lift high. Exhale, rotate to the left. So right hand to that left knee, left hand behind you. Shoulders are back and down, heart is lifted. You're looking past that left shoulder. Inhaling, unwind. No moving with the breath. Exhaling, twist. Inhaling. Center. Exhaling, rotating. Inhaling, center. Exhaling to rotate. Inhaling to center. Exhale to rotate. Once more, inhale, center. Exhale to rotate. And then inhale, come back to center. And then just relax those palms down. Go ahead and transition yourself off of your prop if you're using one. And then now, bring the knees together. Feet together, seated in the middle of your mat. Go ahead and float the palms out in front of you. We gotta wake up those abdominals a little bit as we lower down to our mat. So squeezing the knees together, shoulders back and down, sitting up nice and bright through that spine. Pull the navel center in and up. Feel the pelvic floor lift. That's our mula bandha, or we call that the root lock. And either heels can stay down on the ground. We're gonna slowly start to lower our torso back, or you can challenge yourself a little bit more, squeezing those inner thighs, lifting the heels off the ground. And then as we start to lower, we're gonna be pressing the legs away, lowering down to a 5 count here. So go ahead and 5, 4, 3, 2, just hovering above that mat, and 1, lower it all the way down, relaxing the head down onto your mat. Roll the shoulders in towards the spine and down towards those hips. Go ahead and draw that right knee up towards the chest. Interlace the hands around the shin, just below the knee. And then you're gonna hug the right knee around the outside of the rib cage and then hug it back in. So the knee is coming towards that right armpit. Again, check that the shoulders are back and down. Take an inhale. Exhale, hug that knee in a little bit more. You're creating compression through that right hip. So really waking up our hips this morning to get ready for our day. This is called wind removing pose. Take another deep breath in and breath out. This is gonna help with your digestion as well. One more deep breath in. As you're exhaling, you're really hugging that knee in a little bit more, finding more space with the thigh pressing into the torso. And then from here, go ahead and bend the left knee, pressing the left foot into the floor. Release the right leg so the right ankle crosses over that left thigh. And now we're taking a figure 4 position with the legs. And then go ahead and lift the left foot off the floor. So you're making a 90-degree angle. And then reach your hands so the hands come between that opening where your right leg is crossed over the left. Interlace behind that left thigh. Shoulders are back and down. And now we're working to energetically and actively push that right knee away from us as we pull the left knee in. So now we're getting a stretch through that right hip as well a little bit more. Take an inhale. Exhale. Another deep breath in. Full breath out. Once more. Keep pushing that right knee away, pulling that left knee in. Tailbone is rooted to the earth. Shoulders are down and relaxed. And then go ahead and release and stretch the legs long. Reach the arms long overhead, full body stretch. Inhale, let the back arch off the mat. And exhale, soften and draw that left knee in now. Interlace the hands around the shin below the knee. Draw the knee around the outside of the rib cage and then hug it in towards the armpit. Right leg stays long. Breathing into this space. Inhale. Exhale, hug it in a little bit tighter. Inhale. Exhale. Just checking that the hands are fully interlaced. You're not working too hard here at all. You're supposed to just be using your bicep strength of your arms, but the shoulders stay down, the neck is relaxed. Feel that nice compression into the hip and massaging into the colon area. Another deep breath in. Full breath out. Go ahead and release the leg as you bend that right knee. Press the right foot into the mat. Cross the left ankle over that right thigh. And then lift the right foot off the mat, making a 90-degree angle with the right leg. And then now take the hands, reach through that opening, interlace behind the right thigh. And then keeping feet flexed as you go through this. So now I'm pulling the right knee towards me as I push the left knee away. Feeling the stretch all through that left hip, into the left glutes, breathing into that space. Head and neck stay relaxed. Gaze can just be up at the ceiling, or you can even close your eyes, just staying very intently focused on your breath. Utilizing every exhale to create some softening, create some space. One more breath in and breath out. Go ahead and release the legs long, stretch the body, reach fingertips overhead, reach toes away from you. Now we're going to take a banana stretch is what I call it. So thinking of a banana shape, walk your feet over to the left as far as you can go, and then take the shoulders and the arms over to the left. So you're creating a nice crescent moon shape with your body. Both shoulders stay connected to the mat. And you're just creating this gentle banana stretch through the right side. Reach through those toes, reach through those fingers. Take a breath in and breath out. And then walk your way back to center. And then now walk the feet over to the right as far as you can go, keeping the hips where they are. And then adjust the shoulders a little bit to the right and then reach those arms up overhead, taking a full body stretch now through the left side. Inhale. And exhale. Doing that one more time. And then coming back to center. Now bend the right knee. Shift the hips a little bit to the right. Roll over onto your belly. And then from here, with the hips down towards the floor, slide the elbows back so they come underneath those shoulders. We're taking a Sphinx pose. Draw the legs together, so lift up the legs one at a time, create some space in the front of the hips, and then squeeze the legs together, press into the tops of the feet, draw the pubic bone down, and then roll those shoulders back and down. And then now your forearms are creating a little bit of a traction to draw the heart center forward, lift and lengthen up through that sternum, and then draw the chin in a little bit and think about a lengthening up and feeling nice and bright through the back of the head. So this is your Sphinx pose. Inhale. Exhale. You're feeling a stretch into the abdomen, creating some space in the heart. Elbows are stacked right underneath those shoulders. And one more breath. Getting this opening through the front of the spine now. And then go ahead and let yourself soften and then slide the hands back underneath those shoulders. Press up onto your knees, now finding a tabletop position. So you want to have the wrists stacked underneath those shoulders, knees are underneath those hips, knees are hip distance apart here. Go ahead and go through some rounds of cat-cow breathing here. So inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the tail high, lift the gaze. And exhale, letting everything round, pressing the tops of the feet into the earth, arching the back deeply, stretching between those shoulders. And then inhaling, coming forward, lifting the gaze, even stretching those eyes by looking up at the ceiling. And exhaling, rounding chin to chest, pulling that navel center in and up, really hollowing out the belly. And we'll go through 2 more rounds. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And so now from our tabletop position, we're going to go ahead and come into thread the needle to open up our shoulders a little bit. So leaving the right palm where it is, Inhale the left fingertips up out to the side or up towards the ceiling. Flip the left palm down, glide it underneath that right arm, reaching as far as you can go, coming down to that left shoulder, resting the left side of the head onto the mat. Right fingertips are gonna walk out a little further to create this little post for yourself. So you can be up on little tent fingers like this, drawing the right shoulder back and down, send energy through those left fingertips, and then I'm actively pressing the back of this left palm down into the earth. So you're creating a little rotation here through the upper torso, and you should feel a stretch between the shoulders. Light energy down into your head. So think about pulling energy back into those hips a little bit to become lighter on your head. Inhale here. And exhale. Keep pressing actively through the back of that left arm. And now plant the right palm down and then slowly unwind your way back up, stretching left fingertips towards the ceiling, and then finding your way back into tabletop for a reset. We're gonna go ahead and do the other side. So right fingertips are gonna reach straight out or up towards the ceiling, flipping the palm, threading it underneath that left arm, reaching as far as you can go, coming down onto that right shoulder, and then side of the head rests to the floor. Adjust the left hand out so that the wrist is stacked underneath the elbow. Elbow is making a 90-degree angle. And then send energy through those right fingertips. Press that right palm down into the earth. The full arm presses into the earth ideally, and you get this wonderful stretch between the shoulders and a gentle twist through the upper torso. Take a deep breath in and breath out. And one more breath in and breath out. And then plant that right palm down for support. Unwind your way back to center, stretching fingertips up towards the ceiling, and then lowering yourself back down, finding this tabletop position. Now coming back to warming up our core a little bit, keep the right shin anchored down and the left palm. Extend the left leg back behind you. So first find the ball of the foot pressing down into the mat, send some energy back into the heel. And just get a stretch in the back of the leg here for a moment. Inhale into the belly. Exhale, pull that navel center in and up, and then elevate that left leg off of the floor. And then go ahead and reach the right fingertips away from you. So right arm is parallel to the floor, thumb is up towards the ceiling. Take an inhale. On our exhale, we're gonna pull the elbow to the knee, meeting in the middle. Pressing the elbow into that knee, and then inhale, expand back out. Exhale, hug it in. Inhale, expand out. Exhale, hug it in. Inhale, expand out. Exhale to hug it in. Inhale to expand out. And exhale, hug it in. Inhale, expand out. And then lower down to the mat, back into your tabletop position. Take a couple rounds of cat-cow, rolling those shoulders back and down, pressing the floor away, deeply rounding the spine, chin to chest. And once more. And then meeting back in center, extending the right leg back now, pressing the ball of the foot into the mat, stretch energy through the back of that right leg, find some length. Take a breath in. On your exhale, pull that belly button in and up, so affirming your abdominals towards that spine, and then elevate that right leg off the earth, and then extend the left arm. Thumb is up towards the ceiling, making one long line of energy. Inhale. Exhale, hug everything in. Inhale to expand. Exhale, hug it in. Inhale to expand. Exhale, hug it in. Inhale, open up, reach. Exhale. Inhale. To exhale. One more. And then meeting back in center. From here, you're gonna curl the toes underneath you and then glide those hips Up and back. You can keep the knees soft. It's the morning. Hamstrings might be kind of tight still. We haven't really gotten into stretching them. So keep those knees soft. Head and neck relaxed. Back is long. So think about creating space in the back body for your down dog. Take an inhale. And exhale. Letting those heels start to soften towards the mat. Maybe start to play with walking out your dog. Straightening through one leg, bending the other knee. Take another breath in, and on your breath out, we're gonna walk the hands back towards the feet. Coming to a forward fold. Bring those hands to the shins, roll the shoulders back and down. Inhale, find a nice supported halfway lift. So reaching that heart center forward, reaching through the crown of the head, back through the tail. Take an inhale. Exhale, walk the hands back down to the mat and walk back out into your down dog. Take an inhale. On your exhale, walk the feet up towards those hands this time. And then bring your hands to those shins, roll the shoulders back and down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant those hands, walk back into your down dog. Take an inhale. Exhale, walk the hands back towards those feet, finding forward fold. Inhale, find your halfway lift, shoulders roll back and down, nice long spine, pressing into those shins to find the length in the spine. Inhale. Exhale, walk the hands out, finding your down dog. Head and neck relaxed, tails lifting high, take an inhale. Exhale, walk the feet up towards those hands. Inhale, find your halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold this time. To then inhale, root into those feet and rise all the way up. Sweeping the palms up overhead. Press those palms together, root down into those feet, reach up through those fingertips. And then exhale, palms to heart. Coming into Tadasana, thumb knuckles touching the sternum, shoulders roll back and down. Lift all 10 toes, lower them back down to the mat. Take a breath in, breath out. Soft bend in those knees. Inhale, sweep the palms up overhead. And exhale to the heart. Do that 2 more times. Soft knees, inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Feel your way down into your feet. Feel grounded. Feel centered. Feel focused. Feel calm and clear within your mind. Feel your energy swirling around your heart and into your forehead. Let your intuition and your heart be your guide for your day today. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. May you have a very, very, very blessed and happy day. I look forward to continuing to share with you some more practices. But go ahead and enjoy your day. Leave any questions, comments, and concerns in the comments in the feedback section below. Namaste.